A former coach house, now the Monterevel Inn. When I put up for the night in Old Dunwin, I stay there on business a few times a year. Just like home, take a room and have a cold beer. The village is topped by a white gleaming steeple. Dunwin's autumn leaves blaze so red and so gold. Green mountains watch over the quiet people. Mountain springs keep the creek clear and cold. So lovely it was in this New England town. But some say come springtime, don't linger around. I met a fair maiden who worked in the bar. She grew up in New London, not very far. I have to admit I was prone to stay here for the auburn gleam and the scent of her hair. Come down to the cellar, she said, I could use your help. Together we lowered a fresh keg from a shelf. While she tapped the keg, I spied a curious thing. A wooden lid laid over an ancient stone ring. What's that? I asked, and she gave me a shrug. They say it's an old wishing well, my love. Old Seamus drinking upstairs gave me the line. It was dug before the inn was built in 1809. Seamus said, some say a briny river runs underground. Marine stink rises every time a nor'easter comes round. I looked for a nod from innkeeper Morrell, scrubbing glassware as if he could not hear well. So lovely it was in this New England town. But some say come springtime, don't linger around. I didn't get back till the last night of April. Something in the barroom smelled not quite right. The storm raging outside kept worsening still. This in Colleen feels not so cozy tonight. Did you hear that? It's coming from all around. She brushed back her auburn hair and touched my face. Rain ran in the gutters so quick and so brown. She says, you and I need to spice up the place. I awoke in darkness when I heard a sharp scream. Then I heard something thudding down the stair. Was I waking from some kind of nightmarish dream? When I switched on the light, she was no longer there. When I saw streaks of damp crossing the floor, my heart started hammering inside me, which stretched from the bed and out of the door where Colleen had been sleeping beside me. So lovely it was in this New England town. But some say come springtime, don't linger around. So I leapt from the bed and threw on my pants. I rushed down the staircase, avoiding the damp. The thudding was fading and taking no chance. Skipped tripped every 5 steps on my way down that ramp. I snatched the flashlight from innkeeper Morrell, who was mumbling at the head of the stair. Something had dragged Colleen down to that well. I near tumbled headlong to get down there. The lid was tipped up, exposing the well. The air around reeked like a bucket of krill. I stared at the water, ignoring the smell. The surface now settled, all oily and still. The deputy chief, called in by Morrell, soon stood at the well side, rubbing his chin. You say some poor woman fell into that well? I told him that something had dragged Colleen in. Beware, beware, you just might not fare very well if you stay the wrong night at the Horror Hotel. The chief said, the name is Colleen, are you sure? He looked at Morrell, he did not mutter when. He said he'd never heard the name before. The chief stopped me from murdering him then. When I got to my room to pack up my stuff, Colleen's things somehow haven't vanished, no doubt. I checked out right then, having had quite enough. I ran into old Seamus on my way out. She was taken by the well last night, I said. Morrell is a liar, Seamus said with a hunch. Every odd year some poor guest ends up dead. You won't get no merciful help from that bunch, I said. Something dragged her down into the well, Chief Morrell, and no one in this town will tell. It comes when the tide and the moon are right, and it comes to feed on Walpurgis night. Beware, beware, you just may not fare very well if you stay the wrong night at the Horror Hotel. Maybe I should call on the Reverend, I said. Seamus tooted and said, he's not your fellow. These people around here say they want your God dead, and they worship that behemoth that dwells below. I asked, what is it crawls out of that pit? He said, Sonny, you're seeing it all wrong. It gropes its arms out, feels its way up the stairs with suckers and feelers all slimy and long. I asked, why do you live with this god-awful fear? He said his 7 children were acolytes here. I vowed to return, there will be no place to hide for those who worship what rides the underground tide. Beware, beware, you just may not fare very well if you stay